thought I'd do something different with you tonight. Instead of talking about narcissistic people and how vile and nasty and whatever they are, which is all true, by the way, I want to talk with you about my own character flaws, the flaws that I've discovered in my own life that allowed narcissistic abuse to take place. Now, this list that I'm going to share with you about me is not extensive. I'm in no way, shape, or form exhausting an entire list of everything that's wrong with me. I'm just going to talk about four things off the top of my head that I know that I struggled with. Now, if you resonate with any of the four things, I want to let you know that I am here to help you. Down in the description box below this video, you'll find access for one-on-one appointments with me. I take telephone calls through Zoom, FaceTime, WhatsApp, video calls. It's all available for you. So if you are in a place in your life where you are really considering some of the things in your own life that continue to allow narcissistic people into your life, head on down there. I will work with you to break these things down, to seal up these holes in your life so that you never have to worry about narcissistically abusive people again. All right. In addition to that, I do have a coaching program. My coaching program is live and in person through a group. Now, this group, like I said, is live. Now, I'm with you each and every day. It's not some pre-recorded material that you need to watch on your own. It's not some book that you read on your own time. I'm not ditching you. I am spending my time with you each and every day. That's what's different about my coaching program. So if you're interested in working with me on a daily basis, consider joining the Royal We Coaching Program. If you join right now, I will give you my handmade custom finger painting artwork for your phone screen. It's a great way to pop open your phone each and every morning and say, that's right, I am a part of the Royal We, because you are, in fact, the Royal We, and you have the scars to bear for the rest of your life that you are the Royal We. Now, let's get into this. Again, these are my personal flaws that I am going to share with you. I'm going to be vulnerable here with you. Like I said, it's not an exhaustive list. There's plenty of things wrong with me. However, these are four things that I know opened the door to narcissistic abuse. And the best part is that these are four things that I've worked on and have changed. So narcissistically abusive people don't have a chance through at least any one of these, beginning with number one. The number one character flaw that I look back throughout my life that I struggled with was being overly optimistic. Overly optimistic about people, about the world, about society, about the governments, it's the rosy-colored goggles, right? Overly optimistic is a fluffy way of saying it. The reality is that it's naiveness. I had grown into a place of being naive. If there's anything that I should apologize for in my life, it's apologizing to myself for being naive. If you ever feel the need to apologize to narcissistically abusive people because you kept pressing in, you kept trying to show love, you kept wanting to see the best in them, you kept trying, you kept giving, yet they were hurting you, and maybe you even lashed out back and you want to apologize. Listen, no, apologize to yourself. Because for me anyways, part of the reason that I kept going, kept trying, kept giving was because of that naiveness. And I had to realize that I owe myself an apology, especially with dealing with that narcissistic in-law family that I was dealing with. I have to apologize to myself for my naiveness, for thinking that every time I was trying and showing up and going, that it was going to get better. Where did this come from, by the way? Well, I could say it came from church, a lot of concepts from church. Keep loving, keep giving, keep trying, keep showing them Jesus, all this stupid stuff that doesn't amount to a hill of beans. And we all know that now. How many of you tried and tried and tried and gave and gave and gave, never saw any change? This whole concept and idea that there's good inside of everybody, that inside of everybody's heart there's a golden nugget, that everybody is just waiting for you to give them the right amount of love so that that can open them up to be the person you need them to be. Listen, that doesn't exist. Being overly optimistic, which for whatever reason I fell into that trap, it kept me stuck in toxic relationships, being abused, particularly with family. I was overly optimistic. I was naive in thinking that family members, with how they act, will somehow be different or change because of my love. Overly optimistic. Number 2, the second flaw is a part of giving and giving, hoping that they will change because of my love. Number 2 is related to this. Number 2 is my arrogance. That's right. I've been a very arrogant person. I know you probably couldn't tell with me smoking a cigar and wearing a fur coat. I know some of y'all got something to say about that. That's fine. I don't care. But that's not the type of arrogance I'm talking about. I mean, this is a form of arrogance, and that's fine. That's fine. But this isn't the arrogance that's going to hurt me. This type of arrogance doesn't hurt anybody. Type of arrogance, me wearing fur, me having a cigar, it shouldn't hurt you. But there is an arrogance that did hurt me with toxic people, and that's the arrogance of thinking that I'm a good, kind person, which I strive to be, and that's fine. That in and of itself is not arrogance. But the arrogant part is thinking I'm such a good and kind and strong person that I should be able to get along with anybody. I can handle anyone. Yeah, I have that attitude. I call it a Christian arrogance. I've got Jesus. So long as I carry Jesus with me, nothing could touch me. I can handle all you monsters. Bring it on. Right? And there's still a lot of that. There's a lot of that is shoved down people's throats. It was shoved down my throat. And it builds within people of faith or people who are Christian. It builds this arrogance. I can walk into any place. I can go into the darkness. I can go deep into the darkness because I am a light. Listen, at some point, it's not even biblical or scriptural. It's nonsense. And I fell into that trap of thinking that because of my goodness, because of my kindness, because I'm a good, loving guy, I can go anywhere and I'll be safe. That is my arrogance at its worst. I'm not the type of arrogant person who puts other people down. That's narcissistic arrogance. I'm the type of arrogance that I can lift people up and nothing can stop me. It's still just as arrogant as far as I'm concerned now. It's still just as arrogant. And that's something that I've had to work on. I've discovered that no matter how good I am, no matter how loving I am, it's not going to stop mean, nasty, cruel people from being mean, nasty, and cruel. My goodness, my kindness, my attempts to make people laugh, my attempts to talk to people is not going to change a nasty family. Listen, Jesus, through his loving and his healing and his teaching, none of that was good enough to stop the Pharisees and the Sadducees and all the wickedness of the people that still put him up on a cross. What's interesting is Jesus, through all of his teaching and healing, he never carried that arrogance. I can make anybody believe me. I can turn anybody. No, he didn't do that. And neither should I have done that. So it was very arrogant of me to really think that I was good enough and kind enough and loving enough to get along with everybody. Because it's not true. All right? Number 3. My third character flaw. Stuffing my feelings. I'm a stuffer. I stuff my feelings. I don't talk about when things that bother me. I really don't. Never have. I never wanted to be somebody who cried about stuff. I'm not a crybaby. I don't cry about if somebody says something that bothers me, okay, let it roll off my shoulder. No big deal. I chuckle it off. Ha ha ha. That's a good one. Okay. Right? I let it go. Not really sharing, hey, it's bothering me. Until it gets to a point where it's broken me down. And as you know, narcissistically abusive people Many people say this. It's like it's death by 1,000 paper cuts. You've heard of that, right? It's like the Chinese water torture. It's the constant slow drip on your forehead over time that does the damage. What I've discovered is that my inability to vocalize and express, hey, stop it, like now, that whole stuffing it attitude allowed it to continue. Now, I'm not sure where I adopted that mindset to stuff my feelings. I'm sure my Christian roots. I'm not trying to blame the church, but I'm just saying I got a lot of false ideas and concepts in my life from Christianity. Not from Jesus, not from the Bible, but from the church. The church had put a lot of these ideas. Turn the other cheek. Don't let things bother you. That mixed in with, hey, be macho. Don't show the world as a man that anything gets to you, blah, 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 right? Whatever the case may be, I stuffed it all. And what's interesting is even the narcissistically abusive people that I dealt with called me out on this. And this is the only thing I could say that those narcissistically abusive people were right about. And that was this. I remember when I finally did say, hey, for the past 5 years, y'all have been doing this, saying this, blah, 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 right? And they were like, dude, you never said anything. Now, and I'm not saying that's a good excuse. And a lot of narcissistic people, they'll go that route with you. They will. They'll say, you never said anything. And if you never said anything, well, that gives us permission to be weird and mean and nasty to you, right? It's not a good excuse. No. But they are right in that, hey, why was I there? Why was I there putting up with it? Why was I just letting the stuff bounce off my shoulders when, in fact, it was bothering me? I just wasn't saying anything about it. I was staying underneath that water torture like I had no ability to move when I did. So it's not necessarily just that I stuffed and didn't say anything, but not only did I stuff and not say anything, but I kept showing up. That's my flaw. All right. Last but not least, expectations. Number 4 are my expectations. I had some pretty weird expectations on people. Again, in the expectations, tie in the being optimistic, tie in the arrogance, and tie in the stuffing my feelings. My expectations were that if I can do these things, well, other people should be able to do these things too. You see, I expected, since I can show up and be in the presence of people and I can talk about things instead of calling people names, let's talk about our issues. We don't have to rage. You don't have to get all violent and hostile. Let's just talk. You see, that comes with an expectation that you should be like me. I'm able to talk in a healthy way with you. Why can't you talk in a healthy way with me? What's with the name calling? Come on. Right? Expectations. By the way, it's the expectations that we carry in this life that really confused me anyways, and hurt me the most, bothered me the most. I couldn't figure out, why am I able to not call you names, to not cuss you out? Why am I able to hold my tongue? Why am I able to refrain from violence and hostility? Why am I able to want to sit down and listen to you? Why am I the only one here that seems to really care about this relationship? See, in this question that I'm wondering and I'm processing is expectation. The expectation is, why aren't you like me? You see that? So those are the 4 character flaws that I've struggled with that open the door to narcissistic abuse. I'm going to real quick cover how I broke all of these. But if you want to go into greater detail about how to break these, schedule some one-on-one time with me. Again, video calls, telephone calls, Zoom, FaceTime, WhatsApp. I want to help you out with these things. I really do. My overly optimistic attitude. Listen, I'm no longer naive. At this point in my life, I've sealed up those holes, and when somebody shows me who they are, I believe them. I no longer look for a golden nugget heart inside of something that's... I no longer look at what I can't see. I look at what I do see. And some people say, well, Kevin, that's black and white thinking. What about giving people a chance? No. I don't give people third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh chances. I'm not here to teach people how to treat me. I don't think you should be here to teach people how to treat you either. It's much better to live in this place of when somebody shows you who they are, believe it. No teaching required. If you have to teach somebody, they're already bad for you. If I have to teach somebody how to treat me, they're bad for me. What am I thinking? I don't want to waste my time in an intimate relationship teaching somebody how to treat me. The fact that I even have to teach somebody how to treat me says that they're not for me. They're not good for me. So I no longer am overly optimistic. I take things at face value. It is what it is. Thank you for showing me who you are. Now I judge as to how close we can get. And I use wisdom through my observation. I've shifted now from feeling-based relationships, because feelings can lie. Emotions can lie. Emotions can sit there and tell me, oh, there's a good person in there. Be optimistic. I choose wisdom. Wisdom tells me to say, thank you for showing me who you are. I see you. All right. All right. Now, thank you, because now I can judge as to how close we can be. Thank you. All right. We're nothing alike. Thanks. Okay, bye-bye. Have a nice day, right? The arrogance, this was something that I had to break as well. I now no longer look at myself as being so loving and kind that, well, I can get anybody to like me. It's just not true. Even right now on YouTube, I've fully accepted. I'm so happy that I've broken this arrogance. I'm not here to make sure people here like me. I know right now, if people watch me smoking the cigar, they can't stand it. That's fine. Go watch Dr. Ramani. I don't care. Go watch Dr. Carter. I love them, by the way. They're fantastic. They're amazing, amazing teachers. Nothing bad to say about any of them. I'm just saying I'm not here to say, oh, I'm so good that everybody should like me, right? No. I realize some people are going to take one look at me and be like, I don't like that guy. I don't like that guy. He's too bald. That's fine. I'm no longer going to be in this place of, but hey, get to know me. You'll see how kind I am. Then you'll like me. No. That's all arrogance. Why don't you like me? I'm kind. Why am I not? Why are you have an issue with me? I'm good. I know how to make people laugh. You can't not like somebody who makes you laugh. Well, sure, people can. I've had to accept that. I've had to break that Christian arrogance that no light inside of me is going to cause anybody else to like me, right? So I had to break that. Number 3, stuffing feelings. I no longer stuff my feelings. I'm straight up with people. Maybe not to the point of being mouthy and abusive, because that's just not in my nature. But I will no longer allow just words and this and that to come flying my way and be like, oh, okay, no big deal. No. I'll either say stop, or we'll leave, or I'll leave, or I'll just leave. Either way. But I'm no longer stuffing. Does that make sense? It's the stuffing and allowing. It's the sitting there while I allowed all the comments to come my way, thinking I was doing a good thing, thinking I was being patient. No, I don't do that anymore. My patience is shot. It's patience with people that I've discovered got me into a lot of trouble, okay? My expectations. Well, obviously, I no longer look at people as being like me. We're all very different. I now understand full well that there are violent people in the world, hostile people, nasty people, vicious people, serpent people, alien people. They're all here. Grays, lizards, whatever you want to call them. Demons. And so I have no business having expectations. Hey, I'm being good. I'm talking nicely to you. Now you should be able to treat me the same way. Right? I'm fully aware now that there's perspective. And to people who are violent and hostile and aggressive and blah, 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 listen, according to their perspective, they're in the right. There's nothing I can do to change that. Again, it's up to me just to say, okay, thanks for showing me who you are, right? I'm out. Bye-bye. Nice to meet you. All of these tie in, by the way, with expectations. Overly optimistic, being arrogant, stuffing my feelings, all of it ties into number 4, expectations. Expectations is the root of most all of my character flaws. Expecting people to act a certain way, expecting people to govern themselves in a certain way, expecting the world to be harmonious in this way. The root of my issues is expectations. I've gotten rid of those. If any of this has resonated with you, like I said before, I'm here to support you. Down in the description box. Schedule some one-on-one time with me. Telephone calls, video calls are available, Zoom, FaceTime, and WhatsApp. If you struggle with expectations, allow me to help you. Seal these up. All right? And I will be back with more videos for you right here on The Royal We. Now, before I do go, I want to let you know that if you are brand new to The Royal We, welcome. Be sure to subscribe to this channel, hit the like button, hit the bell notification so you don't miss any future videos, and share this video with somebody who might need to hear it. Also, before I leave, check out one of these videos right here, recommended by the YouTube algorithm. I believe it's going to be a good selection for you because YouTube has been monitoring what you watch, and so it's recommending these for you. Check them out. All right, bye.